Is your ex manipulating and using you, or are they feeling something else? That's what this video is all about. Hey there, it's Clay with modernlove.life, and in this video we're going to be talking about, is your ex using you or manipulating you, or is there something else going on here? So let me just tell you a little bit of a story here. So I've talked before about my big ex in the past, and I'm going to tell you another story. And this goes back to our second time that we broke up. It was around the end of the year, December. We'd broken up, and I was, still in contact with her, trying to get back together with her, hoping that maybe we could interact in some nice way, and it would show her that I'm a changed person and all that. Maybe you can relate to that. Probably, if my understanding of having spoken to many of you is true, you can probably relate to that. But anyway, that's what I was doing. At this point, mind you, she had already gotten into a rebound relationship with someone else. And, it was coming up on the end of the year, so she was trying to organize some sort of, New Year's kind of party. At the time, I was over the age of 21, but she was under 21. So, and all of her friends were under 21 as well, too. And, that is the age for purchasing alcohol in the United States, which is where we live. What happened was she actually asked me if I could buy some alcohol for them for their New Year's party. And I was like, okay, well, I guess maybe I could do that. Like, when is the party? Like, should I show up? How should I dress? All that stuff. She's like, oh, actually, we actually don't want you to be there. And I'm like, oh, so you want me to buy alcohol for you? And then, like, I'm also not invited to the party. Is that right? And she said, yeah. And I said, okay, well, goodbye then. Enjoy your non-alcoholic apple cider. And then I hung up. Then I started looking at some different solutions out there than what I was doing before. But anyway, the whole point of me telling you all of this is, was she just using me to get the alcohol? Was she just stringing me along to get some sort of perk or something like that? Based off of how I know her and her personality, I don't believe that was the case. I think that she was probably guilted by her friends or pressured by her friends to ask me to get alcohol for them. And, as someone who, I'm going to be honest with you, she, at least back then, didn't have very good personal boundaries. She didn't have much of what you would call a backbone or the ability to speak up or stand up for herself. So she probably was just like, okay, my friends want me to do this. I'm going to ask, my ex to do this. My rebound, my new boyfriend wants me to do this. I'm going to ask my ex to do this. And so that's probably where it came from. I think she felt bad about it. This is actually what we talk about as the one-way spike strategy. I was kind of unintentionally doing it back then. But, just sort of the way that I ended things, it allowed her to live with the consequence of her choice. She didn't like that, and so, later on, we did get back in contact. She apologized for all that stuff, but that's not part of this story. What's going on here is that your ex, again, assuming they don't have some sort of psychological disorder where they actually do want to manipulate you or use you, very, very small percentage of the population, probably not your ex. Most of the time, they're just normal, decent people who are just trying to go about living their own life, make their own choices, handle these complex situations in life, just like my ex did. Just how she was, put on the spot by her friends, her rebound, and said, like, hey, can you talk to your ex-boyfriend who's over 21 and get him to buy us some booze for New Year's. I had thankfully had some values and conviction and, integrity within myself to say no to that, which is important as well too, by the way. But I don't think that she was trying to manipulate me or use me. Of course, if she was someone else with some sort of different personality, who knows? But most of the time, your ex is just a normal human being who's just trying to do the right thing. Just trying to, make the right choices for them in this confusing, overwhelming, astonishing, complex world that we all live in. You're probably confused about a lot of things. I mean, probably with this breakup, but probably also other things in your life too. Hey, it's 2021. We're in the middle of this global pandemic. There's all sorts of chaos in the world and everything. I'm sure you have your own doubts and questions about so many things. And likewise, your ex is that way, especially when it comes to their relationship with you, what they should do, what they shouldn't do, what's okay, what's not okay. How is it that the two of you should relate to each other? How is it that you shouldn't relate to each other? Are you going to be friends? Are you going to be something more? Are you going to be friends with benefits? Are you going to be something else? You get what I'm saying. And so just remember that your ex is just a confused, anxious person who doesn't know what they're doing and just trying to make the best out of things. And you'll be able to approach them with a lot more compassion. Of course, you want to have your boundaries just like I did in that story. But if you have compassion and if you use some of these strategies that we've talked about before, like one-way spikes of doom, all that sort of stuff, then you're going to be setting yourself up for success. Go ahead and tell me in the comment section below, do you think your ex is using you? Are they stringing you along? Or is there maybe some other sort of explanation for their behavior? Anyway, take care, and I will talk to you next time.